the first time I saw this game, I saw it and it was like, oh, hey, look, a 2D MOBA that actually has some ridiculous characters and just goes all out with it. Sure, I'm totally down for that. It has some interesting looking mechanics. Second time I saw it, oh, it was going to go into early access in NA and it won't be free to access until it goes to free to play afterwards. All right, that's fine. I'll just wait until it goes free to play. Third time I saw it, people were like crying about censorship, as in all versions of the game, they made certain characters have smaller breasts. Which, quite frankly, I just looked at all the characters that are in the game at the moment. I do not see smaller breasts, but regardless, we'll talk about that in a minute. And then the fourth time I saw it, it was in my mailbox, and it's like, hey, by the way, you should check out this game. Here is a key. So, Michael here, we're going to be checking out Hyper Universe. Now, I already know the basics of the game because there was a tutorial. I tried recording during the tutorial, but quite frankly, it was kind of boring and long-winded. And so, basically, the game is a 2D MOBA. If you've never played a MOBA before, all the MOBA mechanics are in here, but it's more of a hack and slash, and I actually enjoyed what I played of it there, even though it was pretty simple. So basically, we're just going to start off right from the bat. If you haven't actually seen all the characters, even inside the game and everything, these are all the characters that are in the game. They have a ton of ridiculous ones, like this guy just has giant boxing gloves, and this person is wait, she's a playable character? She's like the tutorial character. All right, apparently she has skills. I didn't even know she was a character in the game, but then they have this character who was supposedly censored. You see this artwork? Yeah, it used to go down a little bit more, and then there's the actual skin. That's what she looks like in game. Yeah, if you want to call it censorship on that, sure, but it ended up getting changed in all versions of the game, and so really it's just the developers being like, sure, we're going to go ahead and change it. So if you're wondering on that, technically they changed it, but it's not censorship, it's just they decided to change it. So there you go. If you're calling it censorship, you're literally using the word wrong. But anyways, let's go ahead and go into an AI match, because I literally don't know anything about this game. I've played the tutorial. And it basically is a 2D sort of MOBA with some more action, hacky slashy sort of stuff going on. And they make you play as one of the Aerith dudes or whatever, Ellen or Alon. I don't actually know what he looks like. I can't click on skin because I think it's loading us into a game. Yes, it is. But yeah, you play as him, and basically it gives you some very basic stuff. So I don't know what's going on here. Hopefully there isn't voice chat. I don't actually know if there's voice chat real quick, but let's go ahead and select a hyper. I don't actually know who I'm going to play. Let's play her, because she was the tutorial lady, and I'm actually kind of curious whether or not she actually has cool abilities or not. I'm going to go ahead and check if there's any sort of option for voice chat, because I don't actually know if the game has voice chat or not. If anybody can hear me in game, please tell me if there is voice chat or not. That would be nice to know. Apparently I'm connecting to HyperNet. I have no idea what's going on. And apparently everyone already selected the characters. Now I believe there are synergies and things like that. There are different classes available in the game. And so there's various versions of each type of class and stuff like that. I remember seeing it before I got access to it, but I don't actually remember anything about it. Also, it doesn't seem like it locks characters on this version. It just seems like AI is just going to pick random characters, and so you can't have duplicates. But there should be a draft mode, which won't have duplicate characters, which I feel is very, very important inside of a MOBA. Beginner program, AI match protected protocols are in effect. Cool. I'm going to be trying to play with a keyboard or gamepad, but apparently since I entered the game using the keyboard and mouse, it's not letting me use my gamepad. Oh, never mind. You know what? My gamepad was off. Never mind. I take that back. All right, there we go. I'm able to move. I need to exit this though. Yeah, I get it. All right, sure. We're going to do one. Basically, the way this game's equipment works is you actually set it up before the match starts, and so, yeah, I'll show that off a little bit later, but I actually wanted it... Okay, that's a weird kneeling animation, but yeah, you're able to go around, you have dashes and things like that, and there's multiple floors. You can see down at the bottom, there's a ton of floors, and so there you go. Oh, equipment. Oh, I forgot to buy! Oh my god, I need to go back and buy. That was terrible of me. Actually, I can just go ahead and... Wrong button. What is the back button? There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna struggle for a bit. By the way, this is the very first time I'm recording on my new setup. I did just buy a brand new SSD, and so I have to remember the buttons now because it's not showing my button prompts. I wonder if I can change that in-game. I don't actually know if I can or not. Hopefully I can. But this is the first time I'm recording on my brand new setup, which is basically a new NVMe SSD, which is vastly improved all of my stuffs. And so there we go. Also, you can jump and attack too. I didn't actually see that before. And so there's a ton of different abilities you can end up using. And so, yeah, it's actually pretty fun to play. That's a tower. Oh god, tower's gonna hit me. So if you don't know how MOBAs are supposed to work, basically you have various lanes that are going to have your little minions who are going to be going down in different ranges. And so basically you're gonna be using that to kind of... Wait, if I could appear, what is actually gonna be up here? Is there anything up here? There is a dragon. Okay, so that's where all these sort of mob spawns are. Basically, there are lanes and you... Oh god! there are lanes, and you're going to have different towers and things like that to defend your base. And basically, the goal of the team is to go onto the other side and actually destroy the base. And oh, I'm almost dead. It seems pretty easy to like dash away and stuff like that. I'm sure against players it's going to be a little bit worse. How do I... Can I heal? Do I have a healing skill anywhere? I think I killed someone. Yeah! I can back, though. So I'm going to go ahead and back and heal. I don't know anything about this game. I don't know how to use items, but I can buy stuff. And I have to remember the bindings. The way the bindings work on the controller is you hold down the left stick to actually open up the buy menu, or basically activate one of the buy ones, and then you push the face button that correlates with it. Since I started the game without my controller on, it thought I was just going to use the keyboard, which that's 100% on me. And so, oops, I could have upgraded again. That notification is very annoying. I'm pretty sure I can turn it off. I have all the tutorial stuff on, because quite frankly, I don't think I'm going to do particularly well if I don't. I don't care that I'm in the tower. Oh god, that actually hurts a lot. I'm going to care if I'm in the tower. Okay, one thing I am noticing right now is that when I actually, you know, am trying to go left and right, I'm using... Okay, those are monsters. Don't care. Maybe is up and down just the jungle? Oh, hello. Let's not go that way. Goodbye, guys. I think the up and down is just where the monsters are. I don't necessarily know. I am regenerating health, though. I kind of want to go down here. I don't think I could fight them. I am just going to explore a little bit. I apologize for that. But basically, MOBA, I forgot to finish explaining this. It has multiple lanes, and basically you're just trying to get to the enemy's base and destroy it. So it's a very objective-based, and it normally has different classes and things like that. And I have no clue what I'm doing. And so I'm basically just buying various stuff and trying to complete. Can I just jump off the edge? I can. Sweet. So one thing that's actually interesting about this is there is other 2D MOBAs and stuff like that, like Awesomenauts, which people have recommended me out the wazoo to play, because basically it's one of the better ones, although it did end up dying out. It went free to play recently, and I still haven't checked it out. I apologize for the people that were like telling me to end up checking it out. But yeah. One problem that I found with that is it still kind of held on to a lot of these sort of classical elements of the MOBA. And so one thing that I actually liked about this one is that it's more sort of hack and slashy. And so I'm actually very interested to see how that actually plays out. And so far, I've only played 2 characters, but it's actually pretty fun. So I'm able to like just walk around, hack and slash. You can jump and slash. You can jump and use certain abilities and things. And so it actually seems pretty dang cool. And depending on the different characters that you're playing, you'll actually get different skills and different ranges and things, and you get a little short range dash, sort of like a dodge, and you can get like invulnerability frames. And so it seems like it's going to be very much more skill based. And so you'll notice I'm sort of dodging downwards and jumping down to actually dodge skills and things. Oh hey, there's an AI down there. And so that's kind of one of the things you can end up doing, is just sort of learning how each character kind of moves and then kind of move around that moveset, which it's not the same type of depth you would get in something like League of Legends or Dota, but it's a different type of depth that I actually think would be fairly original. Now, I don't know how, basically, I don't know how, whatchamacallit, Awesomenauts ended up changing as development went on. Whoop, goodbye. And so I just dodged damage there by dashing, so you can actually dodge damage with that. Sweet. So I don't know how Awesomenauts ended up evolving, but I'm actually fairly interested in this one. And I like the art style as well, although one thing I will mention, the tech specs at least, is that when you are setting up your graphic settings, you'll probably want to turn off anti-aliasing, because it makes the game blurry as hell. It uses some very low quality FXAA, and a lot of people are complaining about performance drops and performance problems so far. And so they're like, hey, it's going to have a lot of problems. I was just tapping B to try and dash and just kept saying just a moment. So that's a thing that's going to happen. It is somewhat annoying, and we are just dominating the hell out of these AI, which that happens in most games. Woo! Why is it still targeting me? Go away. Oh, you can just drop straight down, too. You don't actually have to grab onto it. Oh, God, I got stunned. I don't know any of the abilities or anything like that, and so basically I am just kind of button mashing at the moment, which is something you can do in this game, which I actually feel like that's kind of cool. I'm going to dodge out of that. It does seem like when you hit enemies, you do grab aggro and things like that. It seems like it's only a single lane, though. Whoop. I've learned I can use that ability to dodge, so that's pretty nice. What is my other ability? Left stick, and then that's on cooldown. I don't actually know what ability that is. Oh, I think it's the same ability, just when I use it moving? Oh, she has 2 abilities to just swirl it around to each other. I thought I was pressing like the same button and doing the same ability, but apparently not. So some of the character variety and abilities might be a little bit limited. One problem with this 2D side-scrolling thing is that I'm noticing one thing so far is that the depth of the maps may not be as much. Sorry, I was trying to remember what button to push to rebuy the same item. One problem when you're using the controller is you can't check a lot of the stats and things like that when you're actually looking at items. And so basically, if I wanted to like buy a specific item up at the top, since I don't have the UI up, I can't actually look at it. And to actually buy it and stuff like that, you'll just push it and then it'll tell you what it does, which is a bit annoying. Obviously, I would play with it a little bit more. Oh, hey, they're fighting the dragon. I'm going to help. I could be using the map at the bottom. Once again, I'm not very skilled at this game because literally just started playing it, only done the prologue. But I do kind of see problems with the sort of single lane status as well. It seems like there's only one lane, which could be seen as a good thing, but could also be seen as a bad thing as well, to where basically it keeps things simple, but it also makes it so that things are more linear when you're actually going down to attack. So it seems like the main, I probably should have picked a very specific character that actually has kind of area breaking abilities is what I'm going to call them. But there are certain abilities in the game to where you can actually use them to break through the floors and things like that. And so that's kind of where the strategic ganking does, but it doesn't have roles like, let's say, let's say a jungler, for example. It's not going to have like a bot lane or a top lane or anything like that if you're into MOBAs and things like that. But it does have the whole different class system. And so there are damage dealers, there are tanks, there are very specific uses between different characters. And so it does have that going for it. Oh my god, didn't kill her. All right, whatever. She got away. That's fine. Some of the AI can live. I should have probably played against AI, or not AI players, but like players, because I feel like I would have done a little bit like better than most people originally playing because I know what I'm doing and I just draw aggro. So far, I mean, I can see this getting very annoying, like very boring very quickly for AI players at least. Oh my god, I keep accidentally latching onto that. I should probably start using the D-pad. That actually makes sense. I'm going to just start using the D-pad because I normally do for 2D games, but in this case, I don't know why, but I wasn't. Does my abilities hit the turret as well? Yes, abilities do hurt the turret, so you can use certain abilities probably to deal more damage. That's kind of nice. Hello, person. Now that you're here, I can get stunned, apparently. One thing that is kind of lame is that when you have a lot of health, it does end up just being kind of like, I'm going to hack and slash you in the face and not really move around all that much. I'm assuming when you get into high levels of play, oh god, I might actually die. That turret got me. There we go. Now I can switch perspective, so I can switch to different players. That's kind of nice. So I can look at all my teammates, and then that's basically spectate mode for when you're dead. And then when I spawn, I think I just spawn at base. I don't think I get to choose when I spawn. So we'll just show up. I want to buy item. What button was it? There it is. I was all pushing all the buttons on my controller trying to find it. Once again, that's on me. I wonder if I can change that in game real quick. Oh, hey, there's a bunch of options here. Oh, equipment info. Oh, hey, look, I can actually look at all of my equipment stuff. So before the game, you'll actually set up your own equipment slot and it'll be like, here's your rotation. And so these are all the items and you upgrade them in various stages. So there is a cap. Oh, I leveled up too. I don't think you level up abilities. And so can I buy just by clicking on it? I wish you could do that. I wish you could buy by clicking on it, but apparently I could just push the button and then it buys it. That's a little bit annoying. I was going to check if I can change the UI, but I also don't want to just sit here forever. So I kind of want to finish this map so I can go ahead and go into another game and try a different character. Oh, hey, they're engaging up there. What are they doing? Stop getting married, you fools! This is not a marriage space. Stolen. I straight up stole that kill. I'm okay with stealing. It's fine. It's not stealing, it's securing. KS, right? Kill secure? That's how I see it. I don't know what the benefit is from all this type of stuff, though. I'm not going to know all the advanced stuff. Like, I don't know if there's, like, benefits to murdering. What is that? Is that a shield? I think that's a shield that I've been using. I don't really necessarily know the character very well. But I don't know if there's, like, benefits to actually, like, destroying all the jungle mobs and things like that for all the players and whatnot. So I don't know all the advanced type of stuff that goes into that. I don't know if there's going to be plays, if there's going to be anything. Like, one of my favorite things in League of Legends is dragon fights, dragon and baron fights, because you get into the advanced sort of stuff in that. And basically, it's one of those situations to where those fights can determine the entirety of the game. Oh, it does seem like there is vision blocking, though. And so, fucking die. There we go. There is vision blocking, and we just saw we were able to jump down a hole there that doesn't actually have a ladder back. So there are certain one-way trips as well, which is kind of nice to see. And I can jump up the ladder to actually get up there quicker. All the 2D mechanics actually apply here, like 2D platformer and brawler mechanics, they all apply here. And so basically all of those seem to be something that I can actually use, which is pretty nice. Uh-oh, I got stunned under the tower. Yeah, I didn't kill them. I don't think I reached. Whatever. But yeah, so basically, if you've ever played, 2D 2D platformers and 2D brawlers, you'll feel right at home getting right into here. As soon as I played the tutorial, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely get this. And it's actually very smooth. It's a lot smoother than the rest of the ones that I played. Like most of the 2D MOBAs that I played, for one, they're all shut down except for Awesome Knots. And number two, they always felt kind of clunky. Like Awesome Knots to me didn't really feel that fluid, and I didn't really like the aiming mechanic. I didn't really felt like it didn't feel like what I wanted from it, but this feels like something that I want from it so far. I don't know how good all the characters are and everything like that, and people are saying balance is off the wall, but most MOBAs have that problem, especially early on, to where, oh god, people kind of say that the balance is all over the place, and so I think that's mostly because people just don't know what's going on. People don't know their characters and things like that, and so as the game evolves, I'm sure that'll get better. One complaint I do have about right now, though, is it is $15 to buy into it, and not all the characters and all the content is in the game yet that's in the Korean version of the game. And some people are saying they might be doing balance changes depending on the NA version of the game, but the chances of that are pretty unlikely. It's most likely a case of they're just kind of, you know, doing the early access thing to make sure the translation is up to snuff. If I get enough health, I'm going to stun this guy and murder his face. Oh god, never mind, he ran away. Oh hey, that was an enemy. I thought that was an ally because we have one of them on our team as well. I'm going to back. Warping. There's no backing animation. Also, there are emotes in the game, but you have to unlock them, and I don't know how. Also, I realized I'm clipping. Like I said, this is the first time I'm recording on this setup, so I apologize for that. Whoops, not what I meant to do. I meant to click in the stick. What button was that? Right stick? Nope, that was the wrong one. There we go. It was a left trigger. That is annoying not being able to see the UI. That's not normally a problem, like I said. I kind of like this chick. She's kind of cool. She has little discs. I don't know why, but I have a soft spot for discs. Disc weapons. They're my favorites. Oh, hey. There was a water pool there and an AI. You can teabag in this game. Yes. I haven't played a game where you can teabag forever. So that's going to be fun. That's stuns. Okay. I should probably start paying attention to what different abilities do and stuff. That is a shield. Okay. So it reduces the damage I take, I think. I can't use my abilities and I'm getting attacked. This guy has a lot of health, but this person doesn't. So I'm going to murder them first. They shall die, probably. I don't know. We seem to be completely... Oop, I dashed the wrong way. Get back here! Oh, they got away. They seem to be getting completely dominated. We are on the beginner bots and everything because I literally just started up the game. So, oh god, that's a tower. I am not able to look at the map all the time as much as I probably should. For as experienced as I am with MOBAs, I should be doing a little bit better than that, and I apologize for that. But at the same time, new game. I'm kind of having fun with it. Got him! Just at the very tip. I want minions so we can kill this tower. Oh, I attacked her, but whatever. Dash away, and then ult. Oh, I didn't have any charges left. I do like the UI in this game, though. They did a good job with the UI and making it so it makes sense with a 2D game. And so all the sort of critical information is down at the bottom, and then all your buy information is up at the top. I kind of like that. They actually did a good job with that. Some MOBAs don't do so well with that. In general, not just 2D platformer MOBAs, but all of them in general. Victory! Can I view results on the controller? One problem I am noticing is that, nope. One problem I am noticing on the controller, at least, is that there's a lot of menus you can't access, and so basically you're going to be using the mouse for most of that, which is responsive, by the way. One thing I do have a complaint about with most of these games is the fact that they don't normally have good mouse support. Account experience and then character experience. So you do level up your characters. I don't know if you unlock anything from it. I don't assume so. I assume you unlock something. It might be cosmetic. That might be where you get the emotes. Maybe. I'm going to go ahead and return to the lobby so I can show off some other stuff. Yay, I level up, which means I get game points and we got a cube. Oh, hey. And then you level up and you unlock different characters. They do have these 3 characters are behind a level wall. Now, I can go into my account. Is it an account or is it hyper settings? Yeah, it's definitely hyper settings. So you can see all the characters I have that aren't grayed out. These are the ones that came with my key, and so we can end up trying all of these out. I think you start off with just the free rotation. So here's the weekly rotation. So you'll get these characters, and then you can unlock them in the hyper shop. So you'll go here, and you'll see that you have characters. This is the only one that can currently be unlocked by me because I have that one thing. So you just click on it, and it unlocks it, and then you can go ahead and play him. So that's how they end up doing that. And for equipment, there is actually a hyper shop to where you can buy equipment too. I don't know what that is. That's my purchased items. Okay, so there is also equipment. Now, it's not very expanded. If I go head on here, you can actually see it says 1, but it already gives you all the starter ones, and I think that might be part of the founder packs. I'm not sure. But if I go ahead and say... get rid of hide all, you can actually see there's specific items for each character that you can end up buying. Not a fan of that. However, considering that you set up equipment before then, this is the one that they give you in the tutorial. Considering you have to buy the equipment and set it up beforehand, I don't know if it's that big of a deal. So the way it works is you go into hyper settings and you select a character. So for example, let's go to Yuna that I was just playing, and then you get these extra slots, and you can unlock extra slots with extra credits and things like that. So if you want to have different playstyles. Now, the idea is that every equipment set that you have is a different playstyle. I strongly disagree with that, because basically what's going to end up happening is there's going to be an optimal way to play each type of character, and that's basically what everyone's going to go to. Regardless, let's go ahead and humor the idea for a moment. And so basically what you do is you have the basic equipment set, which is what the game basically gives you. And this is mostly what I think most people are going to be using for a long period of time until they actually get in depth in the game and figure out exactly what they want. And then over here, it shows you recommended items based on what the developers think you should have on there. And then you can go to all equipment. Now, there's specific equipment that is specific to each character as well. And so, for example, this one can only be equipped on Yuna. You can see it says H and then Yuna here. And so it does have some that can only be on certain characters, and normally they have buff limits to certain abilities. And so, for example, this one's Orbital Burn, which I don't actually know which one that was. Orbital Burn is that circly one and whatever. I know it's hard to like kind of see which abilities I was using in game, which is another readability error that I'm sure they'll fix in the future for that spectator stuff. Also, story. I don't know how this works, but I just unlocked one. What does this do? Hello, Sun Wukong. It's been a while. How are you? It's a great day at Hyper Universe. Hey, Yuna. Thanks. Later. Oh, hello, Sun Wukong. How was your training? I heard that you were on a winning streak these days. Nice. What? Didn't you just go past me? This is... Oh, you must have seen another Yuna. So Yuna is an AI unit, by the way, and so this is supposed to be a little story. Another Yuna? That's right. There's more than one Yuna. I can handle hyper training, so one of me is never enough. So it's like a shadow copies? I read that completely wrong. Shut up. Something like that. Additional units are deployed as needed, but we are one program, so we all share the same information. It's hard to understand. One is truly one, yet many are one. I can't read today. I apologize for that. Just remember that Yunas are there to support hypers. Let us know if you have any questions. Also, they're here to murder other hypers because apparently they are actually fairly fun to play. She was actually pretty fun. She was a lot more fun than the beginning character. So the story works by you have these little challenges. And as you complete these challenges, you unlock more story. And I had never seen one until just now. And that's fairly interesting. I kind of like that. I mean, obviously, if I like this game enough to play it enough, I'll end up doing a full review of it when it goes out into free-to-play. I don't think I'm going to do it while it's in paid access, just because I feel like it's sort of in an early access kind of premium model thing, and I'm going to wait until it's into free-to-play mode, because that's when they're saying that the game is going to be supposedly complete to release. And then you also get cases and stuff like that. So you can buy, or not buy, but you get equipment, and then you also get cases, which I guess are diet re-entries. And so reach account level 10. And so these are like challenges. And so you complete the challenges and then you unlock story for it. That's an interesting way to do things. I kind of like that, actually. I think that's a really interesting way to add in story to a MOBA without actually like, because it motivates you to do different things. Like, oh, let's say I want to learn about Celine. And then I'll go in and play, hopefully I'm saying that right. I'll play a game of Celine or Celine or whatever the hell it's pronounced. That's kind of interesting. I like that idea. I don't know how expansive it is, and I don't know anything about the story. All I know is that the beginning cutscene of the game is like an anime scene of the first Anon dude or whatever kind of going in and fighting a giant demon thing. So there we go. Account level 6. Oh, man. So this is going to get into my complaint in just MOBAs in general. They do this in every single MOBA that I've played over the last freaking decade, to where they have an account level, and they lock things off based on your account level. The only one that didn't, except for ranked play, was Dota 2. Although I think Dota 2 locked off their ranked play depending on the number of matches you played, because I still couldn't play ranked for a very long time on there. And I don't know if that was a different restriction or if they changed it, but every single one has a freaking leveling system to where it's like, oh, you gotta get to a certain level to play in this certain mode. Dude, I've been playing MOBAs, like, before this game was conceived. Come on. I know how MOBAs work. I get it, though. It's so that you can learn different characters and stuff like that. Oh, there was a cube thing, by the way. I opened a cube. Open cube! What am I going to get for it? Yes, it has a loot box system as well. So you get cubes from getting matches, and we just got an emote. So I guess that's how they're doing loot boxes. I assume you could buy them, too, because, of course. Oh, hey, a game found. And you can synthesize, dismantle, and things like that. That's kind of interesting, I guess. I mean, it's another way to add into the game. Who we're going to play this time? Let's play somebody I haven't played before. My friend totally wants to play the plant whenever he gets to finally play this game. Let's play this chick. She has ninja abilities, and I'm kind of interested. Actually, let's play a ranged character. She's not ranged. He's not ranged. He's not ranged. He's ranged. He has traps. Who's the... Wait, is she the twin guns lady? No, she has a rocket launcher. She's the twin guns lady. Let's go for her.
Listen, no one will survive.
Also, the voice acting isn't terrible, which I was surprised about. It's a little over the place. Like, all the characters are kind of all over the place, but the designs are also all over the place, so I'm not really too surprised about that. Oh, yeah, I should look at my abilities. Passive. Blue res. Reset skills. Okay. That was all I got to see. We're going in blind. Let's do it. So I think everything that's going on right now is all AIs, by the way. I realized that in the middle of last match, that all the characters are named their character and then one. And so we've literally not been playing with players. Just to throw that out there, I did notice. I just didn't want to mention it in the middle of that because that was a thing. So yeah, basically I'm playing single player at the moment, which is fine. I would like to play against other players, and I probably could have selected to do that. Yeah, I know. Beginner program. Boom, boom, boom. That's fine. I am shooting nonstop. Okay, that's one of my abilities. Oh, here's the buttons controls, so you can actually see the actual controls. Oh, it set me back up at the top when I jumped down. We don't really have an option. I wish you could end up changing it while in game. That would be nice. What the fuck? So you can shake ladders. I completely forgot about that. You can shake ladders and things like that. Also, characters have huge freaking breasts in this game. Holy God. People that are crying about censorship. I'm sorry, if they made those smaller, like, that's freaking massive. Are you kidding me? That's the size of her head. Anyways, if you're complaining about that, yeah. Oh, this map actually has two. Okay, so there's different maps with different setups. So basically, this map actually has two different towers. There we go. And then it has a central lane that goes straight directly to the main base tower. That's cool. Okay, I get it. Boom, 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 boom. I assume aiming is going to be a little bit complicated. Whoops, I dashed after using ability. It dashes up. That ability dashes too. I'm learning. Sorry. Boom, boom. So can I guess when I'm playing with the control... Well, I guess it would be the same thing with the keyboard, because I can even use the keyboard. If I go ahead and use the keyboard, yeah, I do have to change directions to shoot in one direction. So there's no, like, right stick aiming or anything like that. That's a little bit unfortunate. You can't crouch and shoot either. I don't actually know the use of crouching yet. I assume you could dodge certain abilities, maybe? Probably. There's a fly in my room. Gosh dang it. I don't like flies. Flies are very annoying. Whoa, that was weird. I think I got stunned, but it didn't actually show the animation. That's weird. Boom, boom. You're gonna die with guns. I don't find guns as fun as the melee. I think I like the melee, which is kind of strange because mostly in like MOBAs and stuff like that, I generally like the ranged mage characters. Maybe I should have played a mage because that would have been totally up my alley. That would have made a little bit more sense. Can I just exit this game? I probably could. I don't actually know how to access the menus while playing with a controller, so I'll actually have to stop playing to actually do that. Oh no, we'll play around with this character a little bit more and then jump into another AI match with kind of mage for some final thoughts, I guess. I don't know, so far, I like it. I like the gameplay so far. Obviously, I want to play it with some actual players to actually see how well it goes through, but I think I'll actually check out this one out a little bit more. I don't know if I'll ever get a full review of it, but I might end up playing a little bit more. I know my friend's kind of waiting for it to come out too because he likes MOBAs a lot, and so he's waiting for it to come out so that we can, like, you know, play another MOBA, because right now we just play League of Legends because he doesn't really like Dota. And I've kind of fallen off of the whole Dota train as well, so it's just one of those things where we're looking for other MOBAs. So this might actually be one to look out. I don't know. Let's go ahead and see if I can exit, though, and see if I can actually pick a mage character, because this one... Oh, hey. Alright, so that's my ultimate. Then I have a two-way shot. Okay. Gonna go ahead and try to exit the menu. Does show we can actually go up here and stuff like that. I wonder if I can hide that. I don't know if there's any, like, ping editor. Oh. Okay, I don't know how you're supposed to ping on a controller, so I'm sure I'll want to get used to using the keyboard and mouse eventually, but there we go. Anyways, can I exit? I can quit. Leave match. Cannot return to the lobby. All right. Well, apparently we're playing as this one. I'm sure I could just exit the game or whatever, but I don't really want to do that. Hopefully these are AIs, unless they're just hiding names. Oh, I forgot to buy! Oh my god, every new MOBA I play, I always do that. I did that in Supernova a lot, which I don't even know if that game still exists. I should probably check. What is this box? What does the box do? Equipment upgrade. What was that? All right, whatever. Buying boots, because they're important. I have no idea what any of these items do, so we're just gonna... What button do I push? There we go. So, yeah, I know. I guess I'll go some closing comments now. I mean, so far, it's all right. I like it so far. I think it's pretty cool. And I like the idea that I've just seen the second map to where it actually has 2 different lanes and then a main primary lane. I think that's actually really cool because most 2D platformers don't do that. But yeah, or 2D platformers, 2D MOBAs don't really do that. And so I think it's actually fairly interesting so far. And I might actually end up playing a bit more of this because I kind of like these types of games. I like MOBAs and I like 2D platformers and 2D action games. And so this might actually go right up my alley. If you're into this sort of thing, people are saying it's not worth buying into, which I would kind of agree, especially since it's a game that's going to be free to play. They do have a Founder Packs edition, which comes with a bunch of different characters and things like that. And it comes with the extra equipment. I don't actually know if it comes with anything else, though. Oh, wait, what's my Y ability? Oh, that's the dash. Okay, cool. I wasn't 100% sure what I was doing. Don't care. Oh, that has a stun on it, too. All right, but anyways, I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit more of this and figure out all the abilities and stuff like that. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I don't really know how to close this one out. I don't know. It's fun so far. I'm enjoying it. I think it is one of those situations to where I might end up wearing out thin the more I play it. I obviously need to play with other players and maybe get some friends into the game as well, which probably won't happen until, you know, the game is available. I am healing. Did I get lifesteal? Apparently I got lifesteal. The UI, though, seems super, super clean. The game so far, aside from anti-aliasing being an absolute anus, is actually fairly clear as well. Like, the graphics are very easy to read. It's a little bit hard to tell what characters are using what abilities, but I think that just comes down to my inexperience, which is something that happens in literally every single MOBA. Like, let's say when I first started playing League of Legends, for example, one of the easiest to read MOBAs. It also was very, very difficult to read when I first started playing it because basically, one, that was years ago. Like, that was over 6 years ago, and it was a color explosion back then. Also, you'll notice I'm just tapping X to do regular attacks, and it keeps saying that it's on cooldown, so I can just hold down the button to keep doing it, but that's not how platformers work. And so, yeah. Also, AI needs some work because I'm literally just sitting here, and finally we got some opposition. And I'm going to ultimate, which doesn't actually do all that much damage. So ultimates don't actually do all that much. Oh god, that's a tower. Well then, I'm not going to die to you, AI, though. Never! I'm never going to die to you. I am instead going to kill you. But yeah, so far, it seems all right. I don't know if it's worth buying into. I mean, it is a MOBA, which is going to hinge on the idea of having a ton of players to kind of go up against, and that's the entire, like, point of a MOBA. And currently, in a paid access system, there is no guarantee that there are going to be enough players for that to be warranted. And so basically, I would say hold out on it. But at the same time, if this is totally your jam and you totally want to end up checking out, so far it's actually been pretty fun. So there you go. There's that. And yeah, I don't know. Pretty nice to see it. Hopefully it ends up being good in the future. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next video.